What is the daily theme? Dwarven camp. Interesting. I'm curious to see what that looks like. Huh. Just a hill. Very hilly hill. Interesting. Oh, I never knew about this. What, the daily? Yeah. Our Wizard Glade, also started. Just a random starting setup every day? Yeah, sure is. Yep. Wonder how... I just want to see how this interacts really quick. We get rid of... But yeah, see, they should... That is... That would actually be pretty tricky to get right. Not impossible. That's more or less something I would like to work with, though. We might start with this. How big is this height map, anyway? Pretty tall. Almost center. See how things interact here. Make it wider. The whole thing gets a bit higher. Then go down. This can go up. See how we've done it. It's also these are in sections. I think I would rather start with... my own. Oh, okay. This is cute, though. That's a big one. Ooh, I haven't had that big of a gnarled tree before. Anyway. Like to start completely flat, ideally. Like the stumps. We are also going to have to get rid of most of the trees for now. A lot of rocks. Where are the rocks from? Oh. A lot of rocks. Oh. Must be, item types from this one specifically. I don't think I would have ever considered that. That. Huh. So many rocks. Well, then. Okay. Would like to start... central area. And the other one, the tower, was off to the side. I really want this tower to be central to the whole thing. Okay, the only problem is the up. Hmm. I don't know how they managed to, like, obviously the devs for that random managed to make a very subtle incline. I don't actually know how it was done. Works. If we at here. Let's see what we can do. bad. That's a little steep. But that could be okay too. Also want... Funky. Fun to make. Bridge across. Feels like it's a little accessible. We start from here. Oop, too close. Right here. Again, waterfall, perfect. It'd be perfect. I don't have any way of doing it, so we just have to use our imagination. Can you still make the treasure cave even without one? No. No, I can't. Like, there's not a way to make a cave. You just can't interact with the ground that way. Yeah. Wow. Okay, but that's fun. What if... Rid of you. I want to get one of these big trees to grow. Erection rock? Hey now. It just makes it feel really unnatural. The ducks being in there is hilarious, though. That's always going to be funny. It just, you know, there's something, like, about it that's just very unnatural feeling, you know? Like, we could do it like this. I especially like the... Might make it slightly lower here. I can't while still having that up high. I take your hey now admonishment more seriously being cracked up laughing. Laughter is my default, though. Doesn't always mean anything. All these ducks. Oh. Wonder... You mean I'm not consistently the funniest thing in the world? I mean, yeah, more or less. Something like that. I don't know if I want it to be around or if I just want the whole section to be water. I'm so sorry, trees. You're too living. And maybe there'd be a couple living trees. Mostly there would not. The main thing about the erection rock joke is that it is, pushing it a little bit as far as the rules. My art is unappreciated in my time. Yep. Might be a little bit harder than I thought. See if cutting this out separates it. Might be a useful trick. Does not. Shame. Yeah, we're gonna have to make this double wide anyway. And Okay, this is going to be a problem right here. I wonder... Oh, man. A little bit better than maybe if we cut the water back in. Which? Maybe. Ah. This was always going to be the hardest part. Oh, baby. Excuse you. Please go uppies. Second option of making this straight. That's extremely funny. All right. No. Up. Up. Accessibility issue. Yeah, like this whole place isn't going to be an accessibility issue. An evil guy's lair. Town? The details to be figured out still. Really like that either. Or that one's mostly blending and the other one's not. Ah, that's okay. Come on. I don't think, yeah, we can do like this. Well, there's not a lot else we can't have like regular banners. We can only have the flag attachment. Which could work. We'll think about that later. I almost even wonder. Sparkles. Turned it the wrong way. Well, we'll play with this for a little bit. This direction. Why not? Oh, that looks so funky. Wow. Really bendy. Huh. What do you think? Is it just... Yeah, anyway, that's not really what I was intending to do in the long run. Sparkles. We need to go this way. I love that I said, we're going to do another build. I'm going to make it more complicated than it was before. Ah. Mm-hmm. The artist's curse, but what if? Yeah, there's a little bit of that for sure. Not a wall piece. What happened? We... Small wall piece here. What's talking? This is pretty tall. Not gonna stand on any of the stuff we have here. Didn't think so. Or two. Ba, 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 ba. Ow! Just want to grab this. You. I don't. I do wish there was a copy button so I didn't have to remake several objects. That would be very helpful. That's the one thing the game could really use. Ugh. Oof, big stretch. We are going to go on a break. I need to go to the bathroom now. I was going to say when the ads go off, but that's in like 20 minutes. So we're just going to run to the bathroom now, and I'll be back in a little bit, okay? Okay, I am back. Took pictures of my cat. Cats, plural. Both Bubba and both Bubba and Sunny are in the cat bed by the window right now. Bubba's got his head pressed up against the window screen. They're really cute. Cutie kitties. Very cutie kitties. Also want to try... smallest that can be. Hmm. Hmm. Use for that eventually. Eventually. Okay. We continue on. Woohoo. There's many ways for me to change this. I think, yeah, that's as low as it can be already. That's just it interacting with the terrain. Alrighty. one that kind of meets that cleanly. Otherwise, they look like they're floating. Ooh. Not bad. There's a lot I can do about... Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What I have? Water. Now, about this. Keep looking at it. I like the bridge. All of this is good. I just don't know about this. My friend got accepted to librarian school. Proud of them. Yeah, that's really cool. Well, congratulations from me. Librarian school takes a while, too, from what I know. And a full-fledged librarian takes a lot. There's something about this that really itches my brain. Or scratches an itch in my brain, I should say. I didn't know there were schools for librarians. Are you being serious? You can be a librarian's assistant, but in order to be a full-fledged librarian, you have to go to school for like... Hold on, let me go see. Very serious, yeah. You have to go to school, like, to be a full-fledged, like, librarian technician, essentially. Let's see. How long does librarian at least 3 years, look like. Maybe 4? 1 to 2 for some. We're really fast. But yeah, you have to get a like whole science degree in librarian, essentially. Like it's like it's like an entire science degree. Library sciences. I don't know what it is about this, but something about this scratches an itch in my brain, so we're just stick with it. I wish I knew how to get the big tree to spawn. It gave me a big tree, just the one, as far as I know. And I would really like more big tree, but I don't... It doesn't appear that I'm able to spawn big tree. And they don't, like, combine together into big tree either. Although it kind of looks pretty rad as well. Anyway. Really struggling here. Yeah, there's librarian sciences. That's the short of it. That's why, like, people don't just willy-nilly become librarians. It's not because nobody wants to be a librarian, it's because you need schooling. I'm gonna finish this bridge instead of getting distracted. Made a clip of your congratulations. Aw, well that's sweet. That works too, yeah. That's really cool. I think I'm just surprised that you didn't know Pix because you know a lot of like educational content stuff. I think that's really the only reason I'm surprised. I almost want to put like... I think it's a testament to the state of our society, to be honest. You think? Librarian should be highly valued aspirational career. Yeah, it should be. Oh, man. Clean up the... There we go. That's not as low as I want it to be. Okay. do anything else. Tricky part of having this as it used to be. I used to want to be a librarian as a babu. Used to volunteer a lot growing up there, growing up. That's very nice. Good night. You know what? I'll do it this way then. No, I just started it. See the problem now. No, 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 no. Thank you. A pretty length phase of wanting to work in a museum. Pretty lengthy phase, yeah? That's pretty cool too. Frustrate. Ah! Oh yeah, that's right. You don't like the rock sounds, the avalanche noises. Oh yeah, they are pretty loud, aren't they? I don't think there's a way I can fix that. Because that's like... That's the effects volume, probably. It's not really any different. Frustration. You're killing me, Lottie. Yeah, well. They love you. Rocks! Doesn't appear to be that way. I love the way that looks for some reason. Do it for one wall section. I don't know what that means. Sooner or later, Limsa will be burping into his mic and stream as revenge. I'll just leave. That's what would happen. I would just leave. I am perfectly okay with doing that. Cheap. How tall gonna make this anyway? Very wonderful. Anyway. This is going to frustrate me a lot. There's not really even a good way for me to fix it. I could put a pit in here, though. Death pit? Pit to throw people into? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. This isn't Shugaria. That's exactly the opposite of what... Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I wonder if I can... Ooh, that's an idea. Hold on. Might be easier if I bring it out of the pit first. Fine. Spikes, spikes, spikes. Down. Shorter. really like the town boater, but now seeing you make ruins, it's really tickling. I mean, I'm not making ruins, but it's fine. This is going to be an occupied space. It's, you know. Ah! The birds be gone. And there's still gonna be a roller coaster, need I remind you. I do a few other things first, that's all. Thank you. Don't know why you changed your height map on me, you son of a gun. On top of this tower is ruins. I mean, it's a wall. You can't just have people falling into the pit willy-nilly. You need to be able to just send the people you want into the pit, you know? You can't just, like... It doesn't work. It's not very practical at that point, is it? How is this evil wizard commune supposed to work together if they're constantly having to worry about, like, falling into the pit of death? I mean, come on. We gotta have some kind of safety regulations, don't we? Oh, Bubba's cleaning sunnies. Stop that. I don't know if I should make things tall and skinny. There's a lot of spike pits. You're gonna have, like... Ooh. All of the eggs are so funny. Paste. A little better. Now. Spike pit. I don't know if I can fit spikes. At least so they still look like spikes. spikes. Yeah! If we're gonna have a pit to throw people in, we have to have death spikes, right? What do we got? You stop. Ooh, it's acting funky. Okay. There we go. I hope you scared me laughing. What? This is like the time that Jack was like, I don't like how you laugh when you talk about blood, Lottie. And I was like, why? What's the problem? Oh, you stop that. Okay. Put in one right. I don't want that connected right there. I just want this. Ooh, what is happening there? Okay. Not quite what I want. I just want a straightaway here. That's a little better. Cut. Please let me target it. Please. There we go. Don't worry, Lottie. I, for one, support your interests. Hee hee. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fix this part very well, but I'm just doing some basic stuff. You're curious. Sure. Gotta be some way for me to do this. If we went back to... Ooh. Funky sounds. Something like this. Maybe we'd have to... Speaking of your interest, do you find slime characters most appealing as gooey humanoids, as amorphous blobs, or some other thing? Do you think a slime character still reads as such if they had a containment suit of some kind? My answer is yes. I'm non-discriminate. I prefer it if they still have some goo characteristics. in fairness, I feel like at a certain point you're kind of just like popping out. Like I have a slime character. Their name is Geed. I'm very fond of Geed, but Geed is like, how do I? Geed does have a glamour, but it only works so well. I read about that one in particular, yeah. It only works so well, and it works less well the more upset Geed tends to be. And I do enjoy that. They have to have some kind of goo characteristic. If they could still technically be in a containment suit, but I would prefer it to be like particularly obvious that it's a containment suit. But like a goo character in a hazmat suit is still perfectly valid, you know? That kind of thing. Cool, cool. I would love to know what you're doing over there. Keeping secret. Secret. It's for my power fantasy setting. Okay. I also like slimes, but I'm more of a hobbyist. Such a funny book. And I wanted to get into the opinion of a true believer. The funniest possible way you could have put that. Lottie, true believer of slimes. Anyway, I should probably put my last little bit on this bridge. Then figure out how we want the roller coaster to fit in. Part of the vibe is that common fantasy races are included and stick to their common stereotypes, but to the letter way that still turns them into something original. Interesting. I want gnomes to be slimes in ambulatory bottles. What? The ambulatory bottle for a slime. All right. Forgot. Wide now, so that way. Like, they've got 4 limbs made of, like, vacuum cleaner hoses with graspers on the end. Oh boy. They have an opening at the top of the bottle that they could stick a gooey pseudopod out of if they want to look at something more closely. That is pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. Just realized that it's higher than it should be. Probably make that wider. Go. Alrighty. They can fully march, but it becomes difficult for them to stay fully conscious because they leave bits of themselves on every surface, and important neural connections can accidentally stretch too far and snap. Honestly, that makes sense. Pretty good choice. Okay. If the tower is going to be there, let's say that the start point is down somewhere, and I would kind of like to... Maybe not in that many sections. So let's do it in right here. God, that can go so high up. Have a random meat for... Oh, why thank you. feel like I should start snacking. I also feel like I need more caffeine. I'm probably not going to do that, though. That's okay. I really wanted to feel like parts of this are just completely sundered. The water's a decent way of doing that. Oh, I realized I could have done those spikes a different way. I don't know if I can get small enough, though. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to change it now. I love how much the eggs spawn when I mess with stuff. I'm realizing I can pretty effectively. Hmm. Might even be able to, if we're careful about where we put it. You really are just making a lawsuit waiting to happen. It's evil wizards! You think they care about lawsuits? Hmm? If they're evil, I think they care about lawsuits a lot, yes. Joke's on you. Lawsuits... How long have lawsuits existed? Let me go see. How long have lawsuits existed? About 800 years. So maybe in theory. Perhaps they have lawsuits. Evil wizards when they meet evil wizard OSHA. You have to admit that looks sick. I gotta move these rocks. I'm still surprised these can be rocks. Unless the rocks are new, but I don't remember there being an update for rocks. Ah. I'm gonna make this slightly shorter than there. Not a lot, though. But if I saw kids anywhere with 100 feet of it, my balls would leap up into my rib cage. I think the balls would leap up into your rib cage for a lot of reasons around here. What part of evil wizard village is like that's pretty self-explanatory after a certain point. Yes. Yes. Ah, yes. I'm that one meme. The sheep's near the edge, but the sheeps get magic umbrellas, so we won't have to worry about them as much. You're sickos! Yes! Ow! Hello, Katamari. Welcome in. I do need to make path that's like a regular ass path into the woods, so it's probably gonna be right here. Having a good time, having a good time. This is hilarious. I hop on Twitch to check in while I do art. I'm currently making AOC, and well, oddly enough, it's a clown. Yeah. I see you're live along with other clown VTubing I'm making. I swear the algorithm knows and sees all. Baby. There's quite a lot of clowns around anyway. There's a lot of us. There's a lot of us. I love this place. I'm having a good time. Evil Wizard's Lab Queen. Mm-hmm. Clowns are great. I understand the fear, but man, clowns are so neat. Mm-hmm. 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 Leave that a little bit wider right there. Make more spikes. Yes. I do wish I could have another big tree. I think that would be the most ideal, is big tree. Alas, the game would not give me another big tree. I don't know how to make it grow. No idea. Oh, you'll love it here then. Katamari's been here before. Can't decide on a hair color. Well, what's their basic color scheme? What's going? What you got going for them? Man, I really managed to make those look like spikes. I wonder. It's a little bit more spiky. A bit more spiky. Short, but spiky. Wonderful. Much better. When in doubt, lean on primary colors. Well, depends. Can't decide yet. Have a basic design brought up. Post-apocalyptic clown girl. She's a little crazy, not as cutesy as other clowns. Think tactical clown. I mean, Crazy Clown has been overdone to hell and back anyway, so it's not like that's really anything new. Messy clown makeup, clown nose, big shoes, stripes. Post-apocalyptic is a fresh take. It's windy outside. Okay. Kind of like that that's like that. This is looking pretty rad. I ain't gonna lie. I'm pretty happy with it. Now the question still remains is where the roller coaster is going to start. I guess it would have to start here just for space reasons. Oh, let me think. Do I want it here or do I want a building there? So full-blown town like the other one, or is it more of a lair kind of thing? Oh, no, I mean, the plan was for it to be a full-blown town, but it might be a little bit more... We'll see what we end up with vibes, you know? It's still supposed to be kind of like scary, ominous, rather than whimsy, you know? Except for the sheep! No whimsy? Why can that be so much taller than that one? Huh. Huh. Interesting. Whimsy in this economy? Unconscious in hospital on a whimsy drip. I mean, it has a certain kind of whimsy if you want to think about it like that, you know? There's a certain kind of whimsy to it. I like that a lot. Gotta spike some more. Spike. Spike. Friends run stream-a-thon asking people to donate their whimsy. Hmm. I think I can still make that work. We just gotta... a little something. Oop, like that. Oh. Lottie runs into hospital with a jar full of fresh whimsy. The doctor says it's too late. I'm an accountant now. See? Rest in peace. I say with definitely the utmost concern. Most definitely. Surely. I can't bear to see you like this. Lottie smothers me with a pillow. Oh, well. It's what you would have wanted. Uh-oh. There we go. I almost wonder if I should... It won't go into the hill very much, though. It's not going to clip like a creep. Hmm. Hires clowns and magicians for funeral. I wonder on whose money I'm hiring clowns and magicians. Certainly not mine. On accounts that I don't have a lot of money. Not for a funeral. Ask yourself these questions. I left you a huge inheritance. Oh, well, if that's the case, I guess. Almost. Right here? Too high. That's not bad. A little bit of an issue right there, but overall, not so bad. That's a little bit funny. Tripping hazard right there. Yeah, I'll make that work. Yeah. Because your friendship enriches me every day. Evil comes in many forms, including tripping hazards. It is so heckin' windy out there. Nobody can hear the wind, but I can. It's very windy. Alright. Let's see if... Ooh. I'm gonna start it right here. Oh, uppies. That'll work. Wonderful. Do we just have one open section? Yeah. I like it. We can also change these stairs. Oh, no, right. This is connected down here. Gotta be careful. Anyway. We have an ad break starting soon. Okay. Where do I want this roller coaster to start? I keep adding more things. Mm-hmm. Is he gonna tour through the Valley of Spikes? Well, we'll see. In order to do that effectively, we might have to make it a more magical platform. Which I was thinking about doing anyway, because, okay. Originally, when we did this, we basically left all of the support structures in. But if we... take this a little bit. Get rid of them. All right. I think it doesn't stay a ramp. We might still be able to make it work. It might work. I actually need to go to the bathroom again. So, we're gonna go run and do that while the ad break is going. BRB? And back. Yeah, we might be able to get it to tour. I actually wonder. I built this into, let me think. Built that into a natural formation. We might be able to cut right here so we can go under or tall enough, but have to a little bit taller here. That makes for a very steep staircase. Welcome back from the ads. Gotta win the bathroom. A soda. This is nice and even here. So if we cut right through here. No, I don't get rid of the log. I don't even know how to spawn those. I don't know. Where's that log anyway? Unless I can change you into a log. It appears not. I really don't want to get rid of that log. Do. Please, game. Ooh. We're just gonna grab this log and move it somewhere else. We gotta keep it. Back in. I might even be able to do one of these across this bed. A bit too large for this. Well, that could work. This to rock. This to also rock. Lenny? Welcome in. And then we could have it go down in here. Ooh. Ooh, baby. Okay. Howdy, howdy. We're on a new build today. Making stuff. Stuff and things. We don't want to start here. We're gonna want to start, well, probably over here, honestly. Is interacting interesting. Oh. That's okay, though. I missed a lot of streams from sleeping too much. It happens. Ignore Lone Star's suggestion. Though it would technically work. I'd still ignore it. Clearly, it does work. Well, it's not about whether or not it works. 100 streak just doesn't happen. That's true. That's true. You work very hard at it. Us to go behind the tree or ooh baby I consider it a joint effort since you also work hard to stream so regularly. That's fair. Thank you. Okay. Please let me target it. I think I want to go behind. Boop. Boop. Body stream good. Thank you, Looney. I streamed for 3 hours last night. It almost killed me. Then I was streaming something pretty different. I mean, people stream all kinds of things. It's... No. Also, for me, streaming keeps me sane. Also, that aspect of it. I think we're gonna be able to deftly move through these spikes. Oh, there is one issue with this, though. We're actually going to have to... Watch the evil wizards get all flustered and mad when tourists start flocking to their tortured device. Make it happen. Oh boy, connected. I wonder how that's going to affect things. We'll find out. First things first. We need to make a lot of this a lot higher. I kind of like that being in it. A little bit of a downward slope. Back up. Oh. Up. Again. This is gonna have to be taller, actually, right here. Too low. Beans. Oh. Okay. So far, so good. Ugh. I see we got moved over here. Oh. Too much. Let's see what the highest point over here. We can't be too high. That probably still clears. It's not just making a roller coaster, it's also making a roller coaster that makes sense. One's not going to have a high point like the other one at this rate. So I wonder if we could... We better start this up higher here. If we... Because obviously you have to have at least one drop. Otherwise, like, what's the point? Tree here. And grab the tree, please. No? And get rid of the tree? Yes. I don't think there's a way I can make myself this. Oh. No. That's not gonna work. Too tall. Might be acceptable. Fix this. big tree. Let's move you. I can't spawn a tree that large. Okay. I don't know why we can't spawn trees that large, but that's a whole other. Large. Yep. All right, we're gonna put a cart on this bad boy and see what happens. Right here. Gotta be pumpkins. All right. And we're walking. Where am I? I go this way. Oh. The platform's not low enough. Fine. Okay. Don't think it messed with anything else. Again. Whoa! The sharp turns! I hope nobody gets motion sick, because I do feel like those sharp turns could actually make somebody motion sick. Did I just hear your arm snap off? Oh, that's pretty fun though. I kind of love the sharp turns. Dad, I'm gonna make some of them sharper. This is quite sharp. I really felt that, like, it was very jarring. Hilarious. We can make this. Go this way. Move that tree. Windy. It's fucking windy. Alright. Another question we've got. What happens? I'm gonna leave some of the structure in, not all of it. Okay. Get back on this thing. Oh, Lord. Very fun. I think I'm gonna leave the structures in for now, just because they're gonna respawn on us anyway. And we'll remove them later. Because when we move stuff and make things more windy, it's just gonna more of that. You want this to be taller. There we go. Incredible. Right through the spikes. Hell yeah. Okay. Jeez. Gotta drop right here. Can we make this also? How much steeper can we make? Question. Probably not very. Nope, not you. Oh, God. Nope. There we go. Yeah, because then we have that problem. Let's... cheap as that can be. Little micro adjustments here at least. A little bit steeper on this end. Wonderful. Again! Already so excited for this build. I know everyone else in the world is just playing it cool, acting like Thrilling Roller Coaster is a horror experience. So evil wizards limit their villainy to making rides. Oh yeah, that does sound accurate, doesn't it? They're just competing with the wizards in the other town over, that's all it is, you know? They can't be one-upped. me does wish that I mean, it's tiny glades. The glades are supposed to be tiny, but part of me does wish the glades were bigger so I can make an even longer roller coaster. You know? Uh... Um... Might be able to make this drop more extreme still. Be chugging a long ways up this if I do, but there. There. You can technically still use the stairs. It just visually doesn't look the same. Like, if we wanted a really extreme drop, we could just leave it as stairs. Actually, you know what? What if? Just for the hell of it, really fast. We're gonna do... Oops, not that button. Just really quick. Oop, no, just the arrow. Thank you. Oh yeah, can we go up a ladder? Is that possible? How does this... Whoa. Listen, we're gonna see what happens for science? Because I don't actually know. Actually, because it's a ladder, it may not interact. But I don't actually know if that's true or not, or if it'll climb the ladder. I am very curious to find out. Holy shit! Oh, why does the oh. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh god, we're so fast! Oh god! Oh god, it goes so fast! Oh. Oh my god. Oh, I'm normal. Normal. Okay. 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 Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. Alternatively, you could also make the funniest water drop you've ever seen. Oh god. Something just occurred to me that would be very funny, but I don't think I have anywhere to put it, but imagine. Unless we put it here. They're originally gonna have this be, like, town, but, like, what if? You guys don't matter. You're regular size. Oh boy. So Stay with me. We are not normal men, we are pop freaks. Stay with me here. Stay with me. Oh. Is it possible to loop the track around inside? Yeah. I like what you're putting down. I like what you're putting down. Okay. I pick it up. Let me just... Oh my god. We're gonna have to make very tiny micro adjustments though. Alright. Oh, not that far. Come here. Gotta move this here, like that. Okay. And we gotta make a cut. And another one. When Amber sees this, he's gonna be like, "Dear God, Lottie, what have you done?" And I'm gonna be like, "What?" Like, what do you mean? Evil wizard chuckling hears the howls of despair as they flee from the device. Peasants jumping around, whooping. Ugh. And what I would like to try to do, get this as close to the inner wall as we can. Cut. Oops, yes. This whole thing's gonna have to change. That's okay. We're gonna go this way with it. Round and round we go. Like one of those penny shoots. Everything's fine. Don't call the fire brigade. Now, the only thing we really need here is we need a way out. So we're going to... probably right here. Okay. Oh, that's a fire, all right. Okay. Now, we've basically already full committed to this happening, so here we are. Nope, not down. Over. Yep. You're gonna have to make so many adjustments for this. Fine. Okay. You know, believe it or not, I never played like Roller Coaster Tycoon or anything growing up. But it's also, that's a management sim game, and it's not like 3D or anything like that. Too close. Ooh. This way, we get to experience the horror of this whole thing together. You know? We're looping still a little bit. We gotta, like, actually make it go in a circle, but we're working on it. We're working on it. Okay. In the rock a little bit too much here. This needs to be higher. That. Going this way. A bit too close. So many connection points down here. Oop. Oop. This all needs to be higher. That's as high as that can be without... Becoming a ladder. Need to make this a little bit less sharp. Maybe. Okay. Down, 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 down. There. We're going down swinging. That's for sure. Unless. How high does this actually? We can this down. I guess it doesn't really matter whether or not it looks like a ramp anymore. Because, well. Especially if we do end up that. Oh, baby. Oh, boy. This is going to take so much extra work. All right. Okay. It has to be right there. Do that little knot. Part. Nope. This part needs to be higher. Okay. We've thrown the makes sense out the window, but I'm having fun. Have an ad starting shortly. We're just about at the oh god, we're just about at the 4-hour mark. That means I have to stop playing soon. Boo. Boo. Somebody in chat's gonna be like, does it? And I'm gonna be like, yeah, it does, because I have to do chores. Bunch of house chores that need to be done. Boo chores. And oh, it is. Somebody's gonna keep the house clean. And it's mostly me. So. Okay. Ooh. This is madness and I love it. Yes, correct response. We are going to see about, like, getting this most of the way done here before quit. Because I would like to. We can ride it one more time and see what it's like. Problem is the height right now. Increase it this way. We need to be able to pass under. And we don't really need it to be ramps, but this is a good way for me to... The ramp is like... It's still a down... Like a downward spiral, while it being the highest map, like height map it can be, basically, without it being like... Just a flat plane. Welcome back from the ads, everybody else. I was saying... As well, we are going to have to be wrapping up here pretty soon, but... I wonder if I should make this little section actually a little bit flat. A little bit. Oh, we have to do some adjustments still. Yes, relative with itself, it's always going to be... It's turn a little bit bigger. I think my uncle might be mowing. Shouldn't be a problem for anybody watching. So let me know if you hear it. He might. Okay. I heard Mike buzzing, whatever it's related. I mean, he was pretty close to my window at the time, so probably... He's out front now, though. Should be okay. I can close the window for a little bit. That'll help. In case he comes back before we finish up. One moment. It's still going to be pretty loud regardless, but at least with the window open, it's probably okay. Window closed, not window open. Anyway. Let's see what this feels like, shall we? Surely nothing can go wrong. Excited for it to go wrong. Yeah. I mean, at least it's not like all the way up the woo. Doesn't feel smooth enough, does it? We might have to refine that a little bit. Good lord. The way it looks from over here. Painful to me. I don't know. It's just the camera tracking. Things to consider. This is still hilarious. This is still just really funny. It doesn't look good is like my only real well, it still stays as magic though. Huh. Interesting, isn't it? Magic ladder. Like, it doesn't look good is my only real stipulation. Well, we'll mess with this another time. We got lots of time to play with it. We might go back to the less extreme version. I'm not sure, though. It takes so much work. We probably can't even back it up that far. Ow. Impressive undo button. We might actually be able to back it up that far. Yeah, I liked it in theory, but not in, like, practice at the end of the day. We'll leave that there for now, though. Maybe it's just my brain is just like, I want this to make sense, you know? We can still do some extremes, especially if we do end up, like, removing most of the supports, because it's not going to matter whether it's a, ramp or a stairs at that point, because it all looks the same. Anyhow. Alrighty. We do have to wrap up for the day, nonetheless, as we're at the 4-hour mark. Ooh, thanks so much for coming to the show, everybody. Seem cool to me. Oh, that was the other thing I said, yeah. That music. Thanks for streaming. Yeah, thanks for being here. As I said, tomorrow we'll be able to find the normal stream in the morning, and then we are going to have stream with Lefty at 5 p.m. EDT as we play more Monster Prom 3 Monster Road Trip. And Wednesday we're not doing our usual 10 a.m. stream, but we are going to be over on Ambrosis 3 p.m. EDT. And on Thursday, like I said, we're not streaming because I have too much to get done. But that's okay. Let's see. We gotta find somebody to raid into. Let me see. Who is on right now? I guess is the big question. Man, Pole Focus is on, and I haven't had to raid into him in a while, but he's been playing Silk Song. So I haven't been raiding into him because I don't wanna see any of it. I don't wanna. Oh. Joe. What if there's anybody playing Tiny Glade today? I do love playing Tiny Glade, or raiding into people who are playing Tiny Glade. No spoils. Nobody else is playing Tiny Glade. Alright then, we'll raid into Fru. It's been a little bit since we raided into Fru. That will work. The Frubin is doing art. Okay, everybody. Like I said, thanks so much for being here. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, and remember to stay silly out there, okay? Bye now!